And we are recording, Mr. Mo.
I bought a smoke. If it looks
I
like
can see it.
my apartment's on fire, it's because I took a hit of my bulb. I
It looks
smoked
like
a little
Snoop Dogg.
marijuana,
This is Snoop Dogg's dressing room right there. That
you
is.
know.
It looked kind of awesome though. Not gonna lie. So
It definitely looks like Snoop Dogg's dressing room because it's covered in like Martha Stewart motif. That's how you know
yeah,
it's
that's
Snoop
right.
Dogg's dressing room.
Yeah, who knew that Snoop Dogg and the gays would have so much in common in
You know.
2025, especially for someone who has so much in common with the gays. You think he'd be less afraid of them being in a Disney movie? I'm just saying
Mm,
something. Write that down, Snoop. Write that down.
I don't think I don't think Snoop Dogg is scared of anything.
I love that song.
Wasn't he arrested for murder?
Attempted murder.
Attempted murder?
And he got
Allegedly?
away. He got off. Yeah, but he made a good song out of it.
Let me
Murder
tell
was the
you,
case that they gave me. Bam,
I'm
bam,
not saying
bam.
anything negative about Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, fuck
He's
that.
not afraid of anything, but I am.
Well, he's afraid of the gays, so
Because
you might want to run.
I think Martha Stewart picked up
We cool.
a few skills in jail, so he's got her on his side. I'm not messing with none of them.
That's
None of
right.
them.
That's right.
Martha Snoop, I love you.
She's got more convicted felonies than
Protect
he
me.
does.
Yeah,
That's wild. But
it's
anyways,
true. Anyways,
we're gonna do this in other. Oh, what are you doing?
testes in my mouth.
Get on the ground, you fucking pledge.
Ew.
Welcome to the greatest podcast experience of your life. This is the Frat Chat Podcast.
All young men like three things: food, booze, pussy.
Featuring Carlos Garcia and Chris Moore.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting time. It's the Frat Chat Podcast. I'm Carlos Garcia with Chris Seymour Moore. How's it going, Mr. Mo?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just a little sweaty. I just did a spin class. I'm so sweaty.
Oh, I just thought you had that bean burrito last night, and that's why you look a little, you know.
You know what? I always get no beans on my burrito. No beans.
I do the same. I get beans in my burrito bowls because that's different, but in my burritos, I find that the beans tend to overpower the burrito sometimes, especially if they're not like the burrito's not mixed in. If it's just like a fucking layer of beans, you have to get through that, and that's like the diarrhea layer where you just know you're gonna pay for it. So yeah, I go no beans myself.
Well, can
And
I tell
Julie
you
learned
what?
that from me.
Can I tell you one of my main grievances in life is?
Go
So I
on.
love Chipotle, but when they
Mhm.
layer on all my fixings on my burrito, they fold it in a way that doesn't evenly distribute the layers throughout the burrito.
Yeah.
So it's like you take a bite and there's maybe in your case beans, and then another bite and that's where all the chicken is. The next bite is where all the cheese is. But I wish they could like roll it on its side so that I got a little bit of everything in every bite. You know what I mean?
Well, you can tell them, and no, they're gonna give you the side eye, but it is part of the job experience. You can tell them to mix it up before they roll it.
Oh
That
yeah.
is the thing. Yep. So
Oh, I
that's a
didn't know
little
that.
Chipotle tip. Again, they will look at you like this fucking asshole, but hey, you're watching them, so it's not like they can spit in your food. So, yeah, that is a little tip you can do. However, actually, Chipotle is always a great reminder because I totally would have forgot it otherwise. I totally meant to tell you this, and the podcast is a perfect place to do it. So I sat down to take a little dookie the other day, right? And I wasn't
Good for
sure
you.
quite what it was. Like, it wasn't like I had like to poop a lot. It's just like I had like pressure in my tummy, and I was like, I'm gonna go sit it out at the toilet, and see what happens. And eventually, it gets to a point where it's like, man, I gotta fucking it felt like I was about to fucking give birth. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I start pushing, and it's like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And literally, out came the smallest little turd. But here's the thing: it was like so much pressure of gas in my stomach that it came out like a fucking like sniper rifle, and it literally made a sound like your joke, like and, and that thing came out like a fucking bullet. Like it literally, like I felt the fucking toilet water splash me in the butt. I was like, which is the worst feeling,
That
but it was
happens.
literally the fucking worst high speed pressure fart I have ever had in my life. And I literally did it. And the first thought on my mind was, man, I gotta tell Simo about this.
Yeah. Next time, get it on camera.
I know, right? So
We
it
should have
was
more
like I've never
cameras in our
felt pressure like
bathrooms.
that. We should, but
By the way,
for private use, not public use,
I mean, I'm
not
proud of what I
Epstein
do in
use.
there. So I want the world to see the monster shits that I take. I've never been prouder of anything in my life. You know, you have a dog that you're proud of, great. I have big turds that I hold near and dear to my heart.
I have both, so I live
You
a
know,
happy life.
just out of curiosity, is my microphone working? If I go, can you hear
Yes,
that?
that sounds very annoying. You can hear that.
Oh, but that's what your butt sound like.
That's right. That's right. Speaking of which, I'm going to turn this into an ASMR podcast because Julie just brought me a waffle, and I'm going to crunch it as fast as I can
A
for your
waffle?
entertainment people. Yeah, it's like an Eggo though.
Oh, Lego
One
my
time
ego.
It was like fine, and all of a sudden my stomach started to hurt. And I was like, Julie, bring me something. So I'm gonna crush this. I pardon my chewing people. I'm gonna eat this as fast as I can.
I've
For
been
your
trying to
listening
eat
time.
a lot healthier lately. So like last night, I was so tired. I was like, I really just want to snack before bed. So I had some hummus and carrots, and then I'm laying in bed and I was like, that sucks. That's not fun. So I got up and I ate 3 these little oranges. I think they're called clementines or like cuties or whatever. I had 3 of those and I was like, that's better. But I was like, man, like I really want some Sour Patch Kids and like cake. I don't know what it is. I just as I get older, I just have such a sweet tooth I never had before. After every meal, I'm like, I need something sweet. I think about my grandma and her like Werther's originals in her pocket, and I'm like, oh, I can totally relate now. You know, old people always had
We
something
need something
sweet.
sweet.
Yeah, I can't
Totally.
help it.
We do it here too. We are a big sweet family, and the waffles gone people. So thank you for bearing with me. I told you I'd crush that.
He inhaled
Yeah,
it.
we do that all the time. We we know that we're this type of people, so like on weekends we prepare. I mean, buy dessert ahead of time. Like last night, Julie got a brownie and a cheesecake slice, and we split that shit after dinner. We knew ourselves by now, but the trick is moderation because we know that we're those type of people. So if we shield ourselves from being those type of people, then when we do have dessert, we fucking unleash and it becomes like a monstrous like a thing comes out of that, and then we start eating dessert like every fucking day, and it's really bad. So now we know, just listen to the craving, have a little bit, be happy, go to the gym the next day. All is
I'm
well.
trying to get better with portion control.
Yeah,
If
it's tough.
I buy a cake, I will eat the cake. If I buy a cupcake or a brownie, I will just eat that and be satisfied. So like I don't, and I'm the same way at the bar. Like I can't just have one beer.
Yeah, I'm tough at the bar. It's when someone says like, "Come on, we'll just come out and have one beer." I'm like, "No," because I know I'm not gonna have one fucking beer because in the history of the world, no one that's been able to go out to a fucking bar has ever had one fucking beer and gone home. Like
Mhm.
literally, like
Yeah,
what are you asking of me here, people? It's
not
not.
me.
It's not just like and then people look at me like I have two heads when I say shit like that, and it's like, dude, no, like really,
I'm
really,
just gonna have one beer is a phrase
and then
I've
leave.
never uttered in my life.
Fuck no. Why would I take longer to get to the bar than I'm gonna be at the bar? That's ridiculous.
Fair.
And then leave? No, that's stupid. That's fucking stupid. And then you're holding on to the beer like a fucking dumbass. No. You go to a bar, you have at least 3. 2 if you're having food with it, but at least 3 in a sitting. It's like, come on. Now, if you go to like a German place and they give you the big ass stein, sure, you can have one. There's like 4 beers in there. But other than that, come on, people, be reasonable. So I think maybe these are things like I've just realized that maybe I'm just getting old, you know.
Mhm.
So like these things are popping in mind. But for example, like right before we even recorded the pod, I'm looking at the emails, trying to find some news and shit, and then I see this like gossip magazine headline like Becky G's mini skirt pic from bed has fans spamming hard eyes. And I'm like, I have no idea who that is or what any of that means.
Me neither. But on a different note, I did see some really cute engagement photos for you and Julie.
Yeah, and those are
W
just the first round.
When
The
did you get that
photographers
done?
were awesome. We did it on Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. It was
Oh,
supposed to
that's
be
so
Wednesday.
recent.
Yeah, we literally just did it, and the couple was so excited, so they edited a couple to get ahead of it.
They
And
look
they
great.
were,
You guys both look
yeah,
great.
yeah. It was. I'm very excited about it. I have to say, I should give this couple a shout out because they were fantastic. They're gonna also do our wedding, so this was like their way of kind of getting to know us type thing. Uh, and of course, I don't have it here
Didn't they do
because
your headshots too?
no, the headshot was like a headshot guy.
Um,
But they're a Pennsylvania based photography couple. Let me see. Julie! Of course, now she's gone. Just when I need
she's got
her.
her headphones in listening to Taylor Swift again.
That's right. But I will tell you guys who it is. I just lost it because it was my story, and now the story
We'll post
expired.
it.
So it's
But
a whole thing.
I'm so glad
But
you went with like
it
a
was great,
nice
and
photo
yeah,
and not a
yeah.
funny photo.
Yeah, well, Julie would kill me if I did a fucking nice photo.
I can
Yeah.
imagine you wearing like powder blue and her wearing orange with top hats and being like, "Hey!"
Well, that's for the wedding. And actually, it's the Stoltz photo, the Stoltz STOLTZ photo.co on Instagram. If you want to check them out, they are Pennsylvania based, but they came out here and they're going to do our wedding, which is going to be in Pennsylvania. And they just like we sent them a pin of where we wanted to be in Hoboken, right by the water, and like they came out and they were just fucking like awesome. Like it was like they had never even been there. And they had like such a cool, like as soon as they saw the place, they were like, oh yeah, we can do so much here. And it's like you stand there, do this, do that. It felt like I was in like an acting shoot, essentially. They gave great direction. So I'm excited for the rest of them to come out. So I'll be posting those when they do, but it made me feel sexy.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, it's been enough of me. I want to know how you guys are feeling because it's time for emails from the listeners. Oh
The
yeah.
listeners.
And let's start with you this week, Mr. Mel. I feel like I've been yibber jabbering.
Okay,
Who who
this
you
is
got?
Joseph from San Diego. Joseph, don't drive down to
Oh,
Tijuana no matter what your friends tell you, it's not
uh-uh.
safe. If you
Especially with
get
stuff up your butt. They
if
find it.
Yeah, and if you drink anything in any local bar, you'll be on the toilet all weekend.
That's right. That's right.
Don't trust the water. Okay, so Joseph from San Diego said, "What's up, dudes? I met someone at a recent wedding, and we have a lot of chemistry. We spent the whole weekend together, and I can't stop thinking about her.
Oh.
I would like to see where this goes, except she lives on the other side of the country. What are your thoughts on
Ooh.
a long distance relationship? Am I wasting my time? Thanks, frat chat, Joseph."
Ooh, he had me until you said the other side of the country. I don't know, but you go first. What you got?
I'm gonna ask Joseph, how much money do you make? Because a long distance relationship's
Mm,
expensive,
mhm.
because like
Especially nowadays.
you're traveling or she's traveling, and so as long as you can, I feel like if you can see each other once a month for a long weekend, I mean that's nice. I feel like I don't know. I mean, obviously you live with Julie, but do you feel that during the week, with the exception of like meals and like snuggle time at night, like you don't see each other a whole lot until like the weekends when you can really invest time, unless you make a date night. So I feel like if you guys both had opposite schedules, because I have some friends who like someone might be service industry and work nights, and someone else may have a day job, but it's like the weekends is when they can like have fun and enjoy each other. I guess
Totally.
it's not that different if you're FaceTiming regularly and texting and
No,
calling.
it is, dude. Because even once a week, like let's say if you only could have sexy time of any kind with your significant other once a week, that's still like a lot of time where it's just you and that Pornhub. You know what I mean? Once a fucking month, whoo! Like believe you me, I tried long distance relationship in college, and we were just 3.5 hours away. She was in New York. I was in Baltimore. So, when we were in school, she went to college with us. So it was cool. We were together. But then that summer break and winter break months would come and she would go home. And then at least I would be able to take a bus up there every couple of weeks and go hang out with her. So it wasn't horrible. It was still an effort. And it's still, again, a lot of time alone. But the other side of the fucking country, and even with everything that's going on right now, it is not easy to get back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So you're going to be, you know, spanking your monkey,
I
cooking
think
your own bacon
true.
at, at least 30 out of 31 days of the month. At least. And that's, if you're lucky and you get to see each other once a month, because who gets to fly to California once a month? That's not really realistic.
I also think I want to know, Joseph, how old you are, because I think that
Yeah.
when you're younger, I don't think it's realistic. I think you should focus on your career. And then if a relationship can coincide with your career, that's great. But I think as you're older and once you're settled, if you find someone that you really have a huge attraction to, and you think you have something there, then I'm not gonna shit on it. I say go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And
But
love is love, dude. Love is love.
I
You're right.
think but I think that there's just a lot of it's very nuanced. It depends on like your you know your income
Yeah.
and what you're looking for in a person and your age, and there's a lot of things.
It's just knowing that it's a lot of work, and relationships are already a lot of work, especially once you get past the first 3 months. The first 3 months, it's gonna be exciting, it's gonna be new, whatever. But then once you get to the reality, or you gotta go to the fucking airport, you miss each other, something good happens, you want to call each other, something bad happens, and you don't have the person there when you need them. It is a lot. So it's just being aware of this and managing expectations. So with that being said, we're not saying don't go for it. Just be aware that it's not easy, and a lot of relationships already fail. A lot of long distance relationships already fail. So you put that together and just know that it's going to be an uphill battle. But if it's meant to be, baby, it's meant to be. And who knows, man? Maybe you can move over there, or she can move over to you. You're in San Diego. San Diego's pretty sweet, if I say so myself. Depends where she lives too. Like if she lives in fucking, South Dakota, I think the choice is easy. But maybe she lives in New York City and you can move out here. Who knows? So,
Yeah,
Joseph, send us an info. I want more tea on this. I want to know
I want more
what.
tea too. I also want to know, do either of you work remotely? Like, can you make it work?
Can you
And
make it work?
I
If
also think
so, then it's worth doing those things. Like, sure, you can start long term, but no, that at least that opens up the possibility you can make it work in the future, and that it makes things a lot easier to know ahead of the bat. So, give us some tea. Let
I
us know.
also want to say one last thing, and that is, Joseph, just because you like her and felt like you had this amazing connection, you might have just been just like the only available dick at the wedding
That's
that
true.
she rode until Monday morning. So like I think that you have to make sure you're on the same page, because she might be like, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you've talked
just
to
ask
her,
some
yeah,
questions.
give us some tea, dude. I want to know. I want to know what the deal is. Joseph, I'm going to call you Joe because we're friends now. Shoot us an email again. Let us know what's going on with this relationship. You sent this, I assume, a few days ago. So a couple days ago, weeks ago, maybe. Sometimes it takes us a while to get to these things. So, maybe things have progressed. So let us know. Let us know. Anyways, on to mine. Ooh, and mine is from a lady. Tiffany from Fort Lauderdale.
I'm always flabbergasted that ladies listen to the podcast.
Me
It's
too.
so funny to me.
And I'm always flabbergasted when Simo can say words like flabbergasted. I like
Well,
it.
I like saying flabbergasted with my accent.
It is a funny word. Too.
Flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted. It does sound like a weird vagina.
Flabbergasted. Like a happy flappy.
That's right. Exactly. Happy flappy, flabbergasted.
Like a Twatlantic Ocean.
It's a flabbergasted happy flappy.
It's a Twatlantic.
That's my porn. The Twatlantic.
Oh yeah, you got a hairy hatchet wound, you know. Good old hairy hatchet wound.
And Tiffany's probably to stop listening now. She's like, I made a huge mistake. I'm gonna try writing Rogan. Maybe he can help me.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, where are you?
He can't even help himself.
Anyways, she goes, "Hey, frat chat, I need help," in all caps. So I mean, she means
Yeah,
it.
you do. You listen to us.
She goes, my boyfriend is amazing in every way,
But
except, yep, always comes, except the one place where it really, again in all capital, counts. Ooh, the one place where it really counts. I don't know how else to put this, but his oral sex feels like a golden retriever got loose in a squeaky chew toy.
no.
There's no rhythm, there's no finesse, just wild enthusiasm and zero accuracy. I basically lay there staring at the ceiling like I'm waiting for my oil change to be done. Ooh. And when we go all the way, oh Lord, he always whispers stuff like, "Is it in?"
No.
Or,
We just
or
talked about that.
that's right. Or, "You feel that?" And I'm like, sir, if they have to ask myself that, the answer is probably no. His dirty talk is so bad, it could be used by the CIA to get confessions. One time he moaned, "Yeah, you like that movement?"
Oh no.
Movement? What does that even mean? Anyways, I don't want to crush the guy because he's genuinely sweet and tries hard, but I cannot keep pretending this is working. How do I tell him he's terrible in bed without absolutely destroying his self-esteem? Help your girl out. Tiffany from Fort Lauderdale. And Julie, are you sure you write this? This sounds very familiar. Yeah. You
Is it in? Is it?
This sounds a lot like my moves.
Movement?
And you told me you'd never tell me one of my moves. Those are classified.
Do you like that movement?
I gyrate my hips like this. I just do this. You like that movement?
I'm gonna drive this car around the block and park my Chevy in your garage, if you know what I'm saying. Is that hot?
Do you want me to put some mustard on your hot dog bun? What does that even mean? I mean, I don't know. This was tough. How do you tell a person that they suck in the sack? And I'm not gonna lie, I have heard from ladies before that have boyfriends that are terrible at taking care of them, and that's just disappointing. But I think the tip here is, you know, as a guy, sometimes it's nice to be told what you like while you're doing things. You know what I mean? Get in the moment. You know, you can do some of your best acting at his current moves, and then just tell him, "I like that, but do this. I also like when you do this," and start steering him in the direction you want to go. You have to assume that this guy is kind of like a golden retriever who doesn't know what the fuck is going on. You gotta throw the ball at him and send him where you want to go. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta lead him home with a couple of ice chips along the way, maybe some popcorn, a couple beef jerkies.
You know, I also I think that ladies, well, I think anyone really, like, if you're doing something that someone likes, then they'll probably say, "Oh, just like that. Don't stop. Harder. Just follow their cues," you know?
Yeah.
But I have to say that I don't know if she can fix the situation as far as sexy time. Maybe with oral, she can coach him. But if he's saying things like, "Is it or do you feel that?" then my assumption is that he's not really packing much heat. And that's probably why he's overcompensating with this over enthusiastic session, you know?
Yeah. 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 Absolutely. 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 He's in there like, boo, boo.
He's like this, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
You sound like I Am Sam, the movie.
Oh, God.
Sean Penn. Google it if you don't know what I'm talking about.
Dakota
But
Fanning was so good in that. Um,
yes, she is.
you know, I think that she needs to she has to say something
Yeah,
because nothing's gonna happen unless she initiates it. And then I think that when you're making lovies, you have to be open to feedback. You know what I mean?
totally.
Like, I would want to know if I was doing something that someone I'm sleeping with doesn't like. Of course, I
Hmm.
want to know because my intention of sexy time is to make the other person feel good. You know what I mean? It's like
Totally.
acting. It's not about you. It's about the other person. You know
It's
what I
about the
mean?
scene. The scene as a
Yeah.
whole has to be good. You got to give, you got to take. It's a little, or sometimes you have to take, unless you're into that, and then you haven't, but never mind. But I agree. You have to be open to take a little feedback. And when your partner is into it, that means that the return of what you get is 10 times better because they are into it. So everything that they'll do to you will feel way better. Now, if they're laying like a fucking dead fish over there and not making a sound, you're probably doing something wrong. Or if it sounds like a Hallmark Christmas movie acting, like, oh, I love you. Yes. Oh, they're probably faking it, bro.
He's probably like, I thought your Tinder profile said you were a squirter, but I haven't seen the waterworks yet.
That's
Yeah.
right. And as far as the
Yeah.
sexy talk, now you just have to say something. Be like, dude, your sexy talk is not sexy. I'm sorry. I love you. You're sweet in every other way. But please, can we either be quiet, just make normal noises, or just, discuss things prior. Cause yeah, no, that nothing kills a good sexy time like a stupid comment or a bad comment or a dumb, like just like an annoying thing to say. It just like kills the mood altogether. So I'm looking at you, white people. You guys are famous for this shit. So she's like, oh, my mother's coming home. It's like, what the fuck? What are you doing? You're like 40, dude.
Remember that movie, American Pie, and that guy was like, sex is like warm apple pie.
That's right.
I feel like a white person would be like, yeah, Becky, your vagina is like raisins in my potato salad. Mm.
And I'm ready to bring the mayo.
You
Bring
like
the mayo,
that
baby.
movement? You feel that? Is it in? No, seriously, is it in? Can you please let me know? I don't know.
I don't know. Is this your belly
I don't
button?
know.
I'm very lost down here. Can you please draw me a map? Am I warmer? Oh, that is a couch. Sorry, and that is how JD Vans started.
You know what? I'm not going to say who. You wouldn't know this person anyway, but I have a friend who is very open about having a little willy.
Oh,
And
shout out to Ron Prendamano. We miss you on the show.
no, it's not him. It's not. But he told me that when he's having sex, he wears this attachment over his penis to make it
No,
longer
no,
for
no,
her.
no. So what? A
I didn't
penis
know it.
attachment?
I didn't know that even existed. He says that he wears this thing that makes it more pleasurable for her, and then he's still able to get off too.
So this
But
is like an amputee, with a fake leg. They
I
just like
guess so.
put it on a little nub. Does it
Let me
look
get.
like a baby arm? How does this look? It's a baby fist. He made it himself.
I didn't know that. Let me see. It would be called a penis extender.
Yeah, penis extender attachment. I need to know what the fuck this is. I didn't know that this was possible, and now I can see like his poor little penis getting ready for war. Like,
Um,
Oh
So
man.
I guess it like straps to your balls too.
I mean, it has to because like if you start going soft, it's gonna fall off otherwise.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a link right now, and I think this is like how he described it.
Great. My search feed is gonna be all this
Can you
shit now.
imagine if I sent this to my mom by accident? Oh, sorry, it wasn't for you. It's for my straight friend.
Yes, that's my Christmas recommendations now. Oh god, let's see. Look, magic penis extender and a ball strap.
But I
Uh,
think I don't think it's like rock hard. I think it's like gummies, so you still get some sensation underneath.
right,
But it's just
right.
like a sleeve that like fits over your dick and then is secured by like wrapping behind your balls, I guess. I don't know,
That
but
is so weird.
you know what though? I'm not mad at him. I feel like listen, you do what you had to do for the sake of your lady without, you know, getting too worked up about it. Like, okay, fine. Like it's not about you, it's about making her happy. Whatever, man.
It's literally like a Batman outfit for your dick.
Yeah.
I am
But I
Batman.
but I feel like I feel like if they check all the boxes but one, like I mean, like logically, practically speaking, you need to make this work. You know what I mean? If they have a, if they're, if you're really physically attracted and they treat you nice and they're emotionally available, they have a great job and they're financially secure, um, all these things, then and he has a little dick. Okay, well, I mean, you can't win them all. Because what if he had a huge dick but was not emotionally secure and like was a hot mess? If I had to pick.
Oof.
I'd rather have I'd rather be with
I mean,
someone
with the
emotionally
magic
secure.
extender over there, I feel like this is like how the Power Rangers have sex. Like Megazord, no. A guitar solo plays while he puts it on.
Tyrannosaurus Rex sex.
That's right. Oh shit. It's just a mold of the Black Rangers. That's all it is. Just puts it
Yeah.
on. Oh god. But anyways, yeah,
The Black
Tiffany.
just like I don't need that. I'm okay over here.
Yeah, Tiffany, I don't know how to pivot away from this conversation, but we have to. So, I mean, you're gonna have to talk to him. The oral, you can lead him. The sexy time, if it's a matter of size, well, I suggest you look up that penile extender. It does look interesting. If it's a
Well,
matter of not knowing what the fuck he's doing, again, you're gonna have to have an awkward conversation. But trust me, I think it'll go a long way, especially if this is a long-term relationship.
and it can come a long way if you
The
get this penis extender for
oh
$29.95.
yes, Simo. Yeah, I wonder if it even comes out. Like if there's a little hole for it to like drain. I have so many questions. I want to see someone who's used this. Shoot us an email, fratchatpodcast@gmail.com.
It looks kind of like a
Someone
turkey
has to be out
baster.
there. It does, right? I kind of want to get that for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Can you
Just
imagine?
put it right in there. Slide in the gravy. Come on.
You should just bury it in the mashed potatoes. Just see what they say.
You just gotta suck it out of it.
Yeah.
It's a new fun way
Hey
to
guys,
celebrate.
this year we're not using utensils.
That's right.
We're a progressive liberal family and we are sex positive. Say it with me, sex positive. Grab your dildos.
That's right. And let's pray. But anywho, yeah, talk to your partners, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just you, Tiffany from Fort Lauderdale. And again, Julie, if you wrote this, fucking kill you. But anyways,
Fort Lauderdale's in Florida, right?
that's right.
I think you're surrounded by a sea of little dicks. That's why they act that way. It's like, good
Yeah,
luck,
that's
girl.
true.
Good
And,
luck.
and I think of Fort Lauderdale, I feel like a lot of old people and like young families. So I don't know. Maybe you're just in the wrong area at Florida. Go to
A lot of
Miami.
Cubans with MAGA hats and little dicks too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go to Miami and get digged down. I don't know. but I've never used the word dig down before, but it just seemed very appropriate.
Get your back blown out, girl, for $29.95.
But anywho, we have
Anyway.
some crazy news that I never knew would happen. I can take a sip of my coffee there. So, I never thought I'd say the day, but ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frat chatter of all ages, Marjorie Taylor Greene has announced that she's resigning. I'm not making this up.
After her apology tour.
That's right. So strap in, bros and brodettes, because we got wild political tea in this here episode. So yes, Marjorie Taylor Greene is pulling the plug on her congressional gig. She announced that she'll resign from Congress effective January 5th, 2026. She was once a hypercharged ally of the president, Donald Trump, and literally a flag-waving MAGA superstar in the party. But now she has turned into something of a rebel inside her own party. Her exit comes after a series of policy splits with Trump, notably over her support for releasing the Epstein Files Transparency Act and her criticisms of the GOP's foreign and domestic leadership. In her resignation video, she didn't hold back. She said she refused to be a battered wife waiting for the system to change. And yes, she used that exact phrase because she's still Marjorie Taylor Greene. But why is this important? For one, this signals a pretty massive rift in the MAGA ecosystem. She was like the MAGA girl. And then she turned against parts of it, and now she's literally stepping off the stage altogether. Two, her departure triggers a special election in Georgia's 14th congressional district, which she currently holds, and may further destabilize the already shaken Republican majority in the House. And three, it opens up all kinds of speculation about what she does next. Media career, local office, a surprise comeback, who knows? But we're super curious to see where this goes. She seemed disgusted with where things were going. She was allegedly ignored by leadership, attacked by her former allies, and wrapped up in threats for her safety. So she said, see ya on her own terms. And to this news, we got to say, in the wild bingo card of all things unexpected.
I love bingo.
That's right. Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning before we got GTA 6 definitely was not one of our squares. So stay tuned to see what she does next. But
Well, I don't think a lot of people know what GTA is. Grand Theft Auto.
That's right.
It's a video game.
That's right. Got delayed again. Marjorie Taylor Greene. I have to say, I never thought I'd say this. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, bitch. Ah! No,
Well,
just kidding.
But in that same sense, I feel like, okay, have you ever been in a relationship with someone and they're so mean, and then they'll just drop, sorry, I didn't mean it, or well, you made me mad, or I
Totally.
was drunk. So
Totally.
like a one brief apology doesn't erase years of torment.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so I think I'm not discrediting what she says now. I agree with her messaging now, but I still think that like she might have to apologize a bit more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember when let's see, Kevin Hart said something on Twitter, which I didn't think it was that bad. He was like, I don't want
Yeah,
my
he was
kids to
making
be gay.
jokes or something. It was
I don't want my kids to be gay either because it's hard to be gay. So like I don't disagree with that sentiment, but like he apologized and people were still asking him about it as he's doing his apology tour, and he was very much like, I'm not saying it again. I'm not, you might have to. You might have to a few more times just to make sure that, your message is loud and clear and consistent. But just saying sorry one time and that's it and I'm done with it, that might not be what the other person needs. It's like in order for me to have any respect for her, I need to see consistency with this messaging, not just for a 1 week tour on like CNN and The View or whatnot. But I need to see like some consistent messaging. But I also think, I don't know, I don't want to be like a conspiracy theorist, but I am very surprised by this, and part of me wonders if maybe something scared her into making this decision because she's a mother first, and like if someone were to say, listen, if you don't do this and that, if you don't agree with this and that and say this and that, then something bad might happen. Like that would scare me because I mean Jeffrey Epstein obviously didn't kill himself, so
Right.
like I thought maybe she was silenced in some capacity, or maybe someone said something not so nice to
I
scare her
don't know,
into.
man. The more I think of it, the more I think is because if you read her resignation letter, she puts in the policies that she wants that she feels like the Republican leadership are ignoring her, and there are
Yeah,
pretty extreme right things that she wants. She wants to ban abortions, she wants to do all these things, uh, and so ultimately, I think she's just going to move further right, whether join Tea Party, do her own thing. But I think she's going to get that disenfranchised MAGA, which is happening. I'm seeing it in the air. A lot of people on the right are getting pissed off with Trump. And yesterday or 2 days ago, Trump had that meeting with Mamdani and looked at it. He was like gushing at him in front of reporters and press conference, looking at Mamdani like, "Oh my God, I love you." And now the MAGAs are pissed about that too. So
it's
they're
so
little by
bizarre.
little getting disenfranchised by Trump. And I'm seeing it literally from the deepest MAGAs I knew. There's obviously some that are still way deep in the cult, but it's happening. They're starting to jump ship a little bit. And I think that they're just gonna keep moving further right. And I don't think Trump is especially with his involvement in other countries. I think that the whole America First thing is not done. They're going to just keep moving the poll further right, and eventually you start a new type of MAGA movement. So I think they're jumping off the Trump ship though. So we shall see what happens there. But stay tuned. It's
I
interesting.
think a lot of people tend to follow the money. They should move to Argentina.
Yeah, right.
Follow the money. I think that she secured an incredibly lucrative book deal. So she's gonna write a book for sure. Remember Omarosa? She was in the
Mhm.
White House, and we're like, what is a black woman doing in the Trump White House? Like
For like
he
16 minutes.
yeah, we're like they're not nice to any minority groups or women. Like, what are you
Right.
doing?
Right.
And then I thought to myself, you know what? She's playing the game. She's gonna write a book, and that's what she did. And I was like, okay, Omarosa, I respect that. Do what you got to do, girl.
And then she was
Make
on
that
House of
coin.
Villains.
Yeah.
Love
I mean,
that
she
show.
is good.
Yeah,
She's
she is.
good.
She is good. She made it to like almost the end, if I remember
Of
correctly.
course she did.
She was great,
She's good television.
and they were all terrified of her. So that says something. But
Donald Trump
anywho,
said that in Chicago it's overwhelmed by um what did he say is overwhelmed by black women wearing MAGA hats, and like I was in Chicago a lot this summer. I didn't see any of that. I didn't see
yeah.
any MAGA hats actually.
Well, he
Did you
says
hear
that
him say
grocery
that?
prices are down, so that says something.
Not at
But
my grocery store.
like
Anyway,
that. But we have a very special edition of not the Queens, because we have a very special ice edition of Not the Drag Queens. You fucking creeps. Because frat chat bros and brodettes gather around because today is Not the Drag Queen spotlight is shining directly on the one and only. Hold on, let me hit the. Oh, boom! Alexander Stephen Back, a 41-year-old ICE civilian auditor who managed to hit the trifecta of creepy, pathetic, and spectacularly fucking stupid. This man was arrested in Bloomington, Minnesota, as part of a 3-day undercover sting called Operation Creep, which honestly is the most accurate operation name since Operation Put This Dumbass in Handcuffs. Anyways, cops say that Beck answered an online ad, didn't back down even after being told that the girl, quote unquote, was 17, and then rolled up to a hotel to meet her. And here's where it gets even better. This dumbass took his wife's car to go meet who he thought was an underage girl. He could even sin in his own goddamn car. And that's not just illegal, that's a marital death wish. But the piece de resistance, the moment this man secured his seat in the Hall of Shame, was what he blurted out when the police moved in and tried to arrest him. He said, "Hey, It's cool. I'm ice, boys. My God.
What a fucking loser.
Here's the thing. He's not even like an agent. He's a civilian auditor for them. He checks paperwork. He's like one step above the let me transfer you to someone who knows things department guy. He's
Yeah.
shouting, I'm ice boys at the cops. Is like the guy at Subway screaming, I'm corporate when he's caught stealing lettuce. You know what I mean? And ICE has already tossed him on administrative leave, which is like the bureaucratic bullshit for go sit in the corner and don't talk to anyone when we pretend you were never here. And let's make something very, very clear. I don't know, Mr. Mo. If you Google Alexander Stephen Beck, does he look like a drag queen to you?
I can't find any pictures of him in a dress.
No, he can't. He doesn't look like a minority either. Ooh, I don't
No?
know. No. It seems like it's dudes like Alexander Stephen Beck driving his wife's Honda to a fucking Bloomington hotel yelling, I'm ice, boys, like he's calling him back up for the world's least sexy felony, not the drag queens. So the only thing more embarrassing than this crime is thinking a catchphrase was going to save him. Like that wasn't a defense. That was literally like the cringiest WWE catchphrase of all time. Like coming to the ring, weighing in at 0 ounces of common sense, Alexander the Iceman back. And he's like, let me tell you something. I'm with ice and that ain't nice. So freeze, kitty. Let me see them titties, kitty.
Doesn't this give like elementary school hall monitor energy?
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
like
Hey, I'm one of
nobody in
y'all.
the hall. I'm gonna tell Mrs. Sullivan.
Totally.
Yes, I will. You know, like
Totally. Or
right.
the kids that took like ROTC way too seriously and they thought they
Yeah.
were like fucking Marines. It's like, dude, you like go like part time on 6th period to do this shit. Like you're not you're not bad. You did 13 push-ups in the fucking I saw you. Like you're not. So what a fucking loser. So I hope he gets what's coming to him. And hopefully it's on his back and shower of prison. So Alexander Stephen Beck. Simo. That's not the drag queens.
Not the drag queen.
And anyways, now it is time, Mr. Mo, for us to get to it. Because we got a hell of a topic for y'all that I suggest you buckle up for. Because today we're diving into one of the most chaotic, booze-soaked traditions in human history. The Bachelor and Bachelorette Party. You know, that magical night where everyone collectively decides, yeah, let's absolutely test the limits of friendship, liver strength, and basic decision making. And listen, these parties can be legendary. They can be epic. They can be the kind of nights you tell stories about for years. Unless, of course, someone does something so catastrophically stupid that the entire celebration goes down in flames faster than a drunk guy trying to blow out a flaming shot. And we've all seen it. We've all lived through at least one. Someone brings the wrong person, texts the wrong person, kisses the wrong person, and just straight up turns the night into a medical emergency. Bachelor and Bachelorette parties operate a very thin line between best night ever and local man found crying in alleyway. Shout out to Simo. So today, we're saving you from yourself and from whoever in your group is absolutely destined to ruin things. We're counting down the top 10 worst things you can do at your bachelor or bachelorette party. And this stuff, I'm telling you, it guarantees drama, breakups, family trauma, and a group chat full of screenshots that will haunt you for life. So grab a drink, take notes, and for the love of all things holy, don't do any of this. Trust us. Trust us. Yeah, no, really trust us. You will get. And not in the good way either. You know, not the Friday afternoon. This is more like a Monday morning. They're different.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have the top 10 worst things that you can do at your bachelor and bachelorette party. And trust me, you definitely don't want to do these. These will ruin your life, ruin at least the weekend, but potentially ruin your marriage as well. So you don't want to be that guy or girl. So, anyways, Mr. Mo, why don't you why don't you get it started?
Okay, so here's number 10. Um, the 10th worst thing you could do for your bachelor or bachelorette party is schedule said party the night before the wedding. So
Mm-hmm.
planning this bachelor party the night before the wedding, I mean, it's pure delusion because on the bachelor side, you wake up dehydrated, sunburnt, missing at least one personal item, maybe a tooth. I don't know. And then on the bachelorette side, your hair is a disaster. Your makeup is halfway down your face. You still taste tequila every time you exhale. So
Yep.
this is awful because no one is wedding ready after a night like that. Like after a night
Mm-hmm.
party, when you're so hungover, everything you do the next day is obligatory. Like you don't want to
Totally.
do it,
Totally.
and you should be at your best for your wedding day. So I think
Mm-hmm.
your partner will be disappointed. Your photographer will not be impressed. Every family member will assume you're hungover because you are, especially when you approach your future in-laws and they can smell tequila on your breath and coming through your pores. That's embarrassing, That's like their first
Totally.
impression. So your wedding becomes a survival challenge instead of a celebration as you're trying to keep chunks down. And you'll forever be known as the clown who thought tequila pairs with lifelong commitment. Don't do this.
That's right.
You
Literally,
know?
people will remember, and I mean, honestly, it used to be a very common thing that people did it like the night before the wedding, but now you'd have to be a moron. At least there's movies like The Hangover to teach you never to do that shit. But it's like, come on, come on. That would be like, even if it was a surprise one, I would never let Julie go the night before our wedding. There's so many factors that mean that this could possibly fuck up everything. And I know she would kill me if I tried. Like literally murder. There would not be a wedding. They would not find me if we go out of my fucking bachelor party with my friends.
Mhm.
No, no, no. With you fucking degenerate jerks. No way. No way. I think the night before my wedding, I'm gonna have one beer, maybe 2 aspirin before bed, smoke a little joint, go to bed by like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Be a good boy. That's what you got to do. You got to be rested. The next day is long, especially I want to party at my wedding. You know what I mean? I want to be up all night. I want to be like having a good time with everybody. I want to be mingling. I want to be eating the hors d'oeuvres. I don't want to be fucking dying. So I'm with you. Yeah, scheduling the party the night before your wedding. You're asking for it.
Yeah.
I gotta stop making that noise. I know where I came from this show.
That was my eating vagina noise.
That's right.
That's what made me so popular in college. A lot of this. Yeah. Can you like that movement? You feel that?
It's
Is
wet
it
and
in?
dry at the same time. Do you
Yeah.
like that movement? Anyways, over to my side. I'm gonna go with getting so drunk that you become a medical emergency. And this would go hand in hand with CMOs as well. But going so hard that you turn your own bachelor or bachelorette party into an episode of Grey's Anatomy is fucking peak stupidity. Speak stupidity. Peak stupidity.
Stupidity.
On the bachelor side, it's usually the guy who insists he can totally handle 14 shots and then immediately proves he cannot handle fucking anything, including standing up or blinking. He becomes the dead weight everyone has to carry, literally, like a sweaty human duffel bag. And then you're like, weekend at Burnissing this asshole. And on the bachelorette side, it's always a catastrophic cocktail of tequila, emotions, and zero food intake. And they
Yeah.
go from laughing to sobbing to projectile vomiting in under 4 minutes. And then comes the ugly crying apology tour where they're like loudly apologizing to every human, bathroom stall, and decorative plant you've ever thrown up on. Why is this so bad? Because once someone starts Googling alcohol poisoning symptoms or begging you to drink water while you cry into a purse, the night is over. It's done. You're not the life of the party. You're the medical liability that ruins it. So have a good time, people, but don't be so fucking stupid.
I was in Vegas recently for a wedding. I went to the bachelorette party. Um, I felt very honored to be a guide at Bachelorette Party, I must say. You know, the comedian Kim De Niro.
Yes, I do.
Oh, she was such a babe. What a beautiful bride. But her bachelorette party was the day before the rehearsal dinner. So she like one day buffer before the wedding. But they I think that they were really responsible with planning it. So they made us well they made make us, but like they had planned to go to this restaurant to eat a lot before we went to the bar. So like you know, some people show up to a bachelorette party and they didn't do the due diligence of like carb loading before a night of drinking, but
Right.
like they had us covered. So like we had this great, I think it was like Thai food, really good. And then you know, I have to say, no one was out of control and everyone was had a good time. I mean, I got drunk for sure, but yeah, it was all like a, a great a great evening and responsible fun.
I
I
feel
think
like
that if
go on,
one
go on, go on.
person was sick though, it would have ruined it.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to be
absolutely.
the bride or the groom. If any person in the party gets so sick that we had to get their stomach pumped or get them like an IV, like that sucks.
Yeah. No, it totally ruins the night. For me, I find it hard to drink now after having like a big meal. Like if I went out for Thai before, I'm probably not drinking much. If I'll have like a beer at the bar, but my stomach will get fucked up. If I my perfect meal before drinking a good night is like a turkey sub. You got the bread, you got the turkey there, you got some cheese, lettuce, tomato, mayo, boom, maybe some bacon if you're feeling good. I feel like that sits perfectly in my tummy, and then I can fucking have, 10 beers and and still not die. Like I can still drink and be up all night and not be like a fucking floppy mess. But if I have like Asian food afterwards, I just want to sit down. I can't like pace myself with Asian food though. I can't portion control. If I see Asian food, like I'm loading up my plate. It's so
Yeah.
good. It's like it's so fucking good. I can't help it. Like orange chicken, fried rice, all the goodness. I like need to have it. So that's more of a me thing.
I think that I do better if I eat before I drink, but I love to eat after I drink. I get the
Yeah,
munchies. You know, people get the munchies when they're high. I do
totally.
too, but like if I'm drunk, all I want in life is like McDonald's,
Yeah.
tacos, you know, things like that.
Totally.
Um, but
Or pizza.
I think that when I eat so much before I go to bed, it makes me more sick. And sometimes I'm like, am I sick because I drank too much, or am I sick because I ate too much? Should I have eaten
Yeah, like
before I
the extra
drank?
large pizza.
Yeah.
like friend of the show Nemeth came over. This was like 2 years ago at this point, but with another one of our friends, and we were hammered at 3 in the morning, and we saw that White Castle delivered to my apartment at that hour,
Oh,
and we ordered like it was something like $63 worth of White Castle, which is an absurd amount of money to spend at fucking White Castle.
that's like 20 burgers per person.
Yeah, it was absurd. We got like this combo that had like everything, every kind of little burger they had. It had like chicken stuff too, and like chicken fries, I think it was, all kinds of shit.
Yum.
And we ate like most of it. And the next day, I was like sitting there laying in bed, like, man, I don't know what made this worse. The booze or the White Castle. It was delicious at the time, but it was not sitting pretty the next day. Like, oh,
It's
oh,
hard because I will convince myself, I'm like, I'm so glad I ate that extra large pizza by myself because if I didn't, I'd be more sick. And
right.
then if I'm being really honest, I might be more sick because of the extra large pizza, but
Absolutely.
I never know how to gauge it. So I can't find a good balance. So I think it's just better off if I just eat more. I drink a lot on Thursday, and Thursday I didn't eat much beforehand. I came home and ate a
Mm,
boatload, and I was still fucked. I just had to have a good meal in my stomach, good
yeah.
carb load before I like engage in my typical outrageous, outlandishly sinful drinking.
Yeah, for sure. If I drink on an empty stomach, bad things happen. I already know. Mm-mm. I become a monster. You just get so much drunker too, and then like not in a good
Carlos,
way.
we haven't been smashed together in a long time.
It has been a
Around
while. We gotta break that.
the
We
holidays,
gotta break that.
let's have a slumber party and get smashed. Let's get kicked out of every
Yeah.
bar in my neighborhood
Yeah, man. I already
again.
have Now that you have the apartment to yourself too, we can do that. So
I sure do.
yeah, buddy.
All right, now my next one. So this is, I guess, the eighth one. So, I think that at the rehearsal dinner, at the wedding, like, be as sentimental as you want to, but making a big emotional speech at like a club, yikes! Like, what a loser! What a loser! Fucking thing to do. Something brief, like if you're like, "Hey guys, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate you. Like, let's have a great time tonight." That's fine. But then to go around with like lots of crazy, um, um, I don't know, like
Dude,
overly emotional,
I just want to say,
tearful. Ooh.
dude, you're like my best friend, bro. You're like yeah, you, man. You're my best friend, bro. Like, I don't even know. I would give you this shirt on my back. Here, if I'm gonna give you this shirt on my back. Here. No, it's not too sweaty. Take the shirt off my back, bro. What do you mean you want to take the shirt off my back? I love you, man. Jesus, get the fuck off me, Gary. What are you doing? It's like, it's always too much. It's always way too much.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, dropping a deep emotional "you guys mean the world to me" speech in the middle of a club is social suicide. And on the Bachelor
Mhm.
side, is always the guy who gets sentimental after 2 beers and starts grabbing everyone's shoulders. On the
Mhm.
Bachelorette
See
side,
it?
it's the tipsy "I love you all so much" cry fest at the DJ blast as the DJ blasts a remix of Beyonce. So I just think that it's uncomfortable for everyone, especially if it's on camera. You don't want to see that the next morning when you're like reviewing all the footage. um
Totally.
so why is this bad? This is bad because nobody can hear you. Nobody wants to cry in full glam, ladies, if you have mascara, and some gay men too. Some men, a lot of men wear mascara. Look at JD Vance. And nobody is drunk enough to pretend this is the right moment for a TED Talk. You derail the mood, stop the fun, and force everyone into an emotional hostage situation when all they wanted was to dance and take bad photos. So bad news all around. Don't do it.
That reminds me of, do you remember, this was like a famous video a couple years ago, but it was like a girl dancing with her friends drunkenly. And she's like, oh, I found her. She's literally crying while also dancing with her friends. I just sent it to you. She's like sitting there in like the back of my face, like, Your chat, I just texted to you.
This is awesome. This is so great. She looks like Lauren Conrad.
Yeah, and her friend next to her is literally having the time of her life. Come on, Jessica, keep dancing. Don't fuck this up for me. Okay.
That's too funny. That's too funny.
Poor girl. I hope she's okay.
You know what? I uh I've been to weddings, rehearsal dinners, and things where um someone's giving a really touching emotional speech,
Mm-hmm.
but we know that after the speech they're gonna serve drinks. And so
Totally.
like no one's really focused on the speech because they're like, "Where's my drink? Like, let's get through this." It's
Totally.
like you ever see someone, have a speech and then you see them flip a page over and you're like, "Oh my God, it's
Oh my
front and
God, the
back. Too many
worst.
pages."
No, dude, the worst. You see that at weddings all the fucking time, but I have seen it. And here's the thing: by the time, like at a bachelor party, by the time they have started to get to this point, everybody has pre-gamed all day. Everybody's pretty boozed up, and the only way to keep how you're feeling without crashing is to just keep drinking at that point. There's nothing.
Yeah.
So if you then keep everybody up from fucking boozing or partying or whatever, while you do your 25-minute Oscar acceptance speech, we're gonna crash. The night's gonna end. Everybody's gonna get fucking angry very soon. So just get it. Thank you for coming. Love you guys. Let's fucking rock. and get out of the way. We need the booze. Like, come on, people.
Um, I think that the only appropriate time to make a speech is after everyone's received their meal. That way they're not talking over you and not whispering because they're too busy eating, and they can listen while you give your emotional speech. But I think short
Totally.
and sweet is like the way to go.
Totally. Preferably if you don't do one at all. But anyways. Up next. This is one that I'm seeing it become more and more of a thing. And I'm telling you, people, it's a big mistake. It's posting everything to social media. You don't want to do that. I know it gets exciting. You're having a good time. You're boozed up. But let me tell you, people, that's called evidence. Posting every second of a bachelor or bachelorette party turns the night into an unsolicited reality show. On the bachelor side, it's dudes filming each other doing dumb stunts like they're auditioning for Jackass. On the bachelorette side, it's drunk Insta stories of the whole group screaming "woo" into the camera while a stripper named Ricochet warms up in the background. Let me tell you, not every single moment is to be documented. In fact, a lot of moments shouldn't be. And why is it so bad? Because these nights are supposed to be semi-private chaos, not evidence for future arguments. Once it's online, it isn't coming down. And then your fiance sees it, their family sees it, your boss sees it, and every fucking hater you ever had sees it. And you're basically going live the downfall of your own reputation. So congrats, you played yourself because you couldn't fucking not go lie with the ding dong in your face. Right, Becky? So just fucking hold on. Don't post it on social media. Just tell the stories to each other in the future. Keep it in
I
memory.
I okay, so if I take any pictures, bachelor, bachelorette party, wedding, rehearsal dinner, it doesn't matter. I'm not posting anything until I get the okay from the bride and
Totally.
groom. You
And
know what I
obviously,
mean?
group pictures and shit are fine. But like, if you're doing anything illegal or anything really fucking bad, watch out before you post that. You
I
know?
want to give like the bride an opportunity to like showcase whatever she's wearing, or you know what I mean, before
Totally.
I you know, blow our wad too soon.
That's right. That's right.
Just out of curiosity,
Oh yeah, Simo.
in our notes, you have fiance written with a parenthesis e a parenthesis. Is there a way to spell fiance that's male versus feminine, or
Yes. The
there
one
is?
with the single E is for dudes, and the
Oh,
one with two E's is the lady.
I never knew that. I don't. The world does the world know that?
I don't know that a lot of people do, but I found out because I used the one with the one E, and no, the accent's still in the double E one, but the one with the E, just the single E, has an accent, and I used that one, and everybody on Reddit was like, "Haha, you're saying you have a dude fiance, you're gay," man. Um, that's how I found out.
And if you
Everybody,
are, that's okay.
totally, everybody. That's
We will get through this together.
you learn something every time that Reddit calls you gay. So
They call me worse than that. I've never posted anything without being called a faggot, ever. Fucking Reddit. God damn it.
It's like
Oh.
Simo posted and on sad funeral shots. It's like, this is me and my grandma. I miss her so much. I was like, hello, gay one.
Yeah.
Gay.
Sounds about right. Okay, so my next one is like, sometimes when you're like, okay, so if you're a bachelor party, you're probably gonna reconnect with a lot of old fraternity brothers. Some people you haven't
Mhm.
seen in a while, you still talk to regularly, but maybe you haven't partied in a while. And it's so easy for us to fall back into like the mode of like the good old days. And the good
Totally.
old days sometimes involved a little bit of like, you know, rough housing. So I think one of the worst things you can do is fight a bartender, bouncer, or a random stranger. But I feel like our egos and our macho-ness gets inflated when we're surrounded by our boys because we feel like we're unstoppable and that we feel like we can take on the world because I've got my posse behind me is going to have my back, but it really just
Totally.
kind of like ruined the vibe of the party. So anyway, I just want to say, starting a fight during a bachelor or bachelorette party is the ultimate I peaked in stupidity moment. So on the bachelor side is usually the guy who thinks he's invisible after 3 shots and decides the bouncer disrespected him by, uh, quite frankly, doing his job. Now on the bachelorette side is the drunk girl who suddenly becomes a vigilante because that girl looked at me funny. So this is bad because fights end the night. Always. It's like, okay, guys, we have to go home now. We can't just go someplace else. We have to go home because this person's now unpredictable and we don't know what's gonna happen at the next bar, you know? So you get kicked out, you
Totally.
get banned, you get dumped into the sidewalk like a malfunctioning carnival ride. Your friends now have to apologize to staff and other guests and possibly the police. No one remembers the fun after that. They only remember dragging your chaos gremlin self away. You know, so like just don't do it. If you feel yourself getting hyped up,
Totally.
like just sit down, get some water, like go outside, get some fresh air, you know?
And that idiot never remembers fucking up everyone's night. The next day, they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You know, man, I haven't drank in a while." It's always like some stupid reason. And yeah, no, don't be that person. Especially, let me tell you, when you get with these dudes that you used to party with in college, because it's not necessarily just frat guys, and anyone you used to get wild with is usually going to be at your bachelor party. And the only thing that saved a lot of people's asses in college from getting their asses kicked is that they looked like they could fight when they probably don't know how to even throw a fucking punch. Now, you fast forward now, you're a little older, a little fatter, a little out of shape, that bald spot is shining. You don't look as intimidating. You're going to run into another group who's then going to see right through your ass and they're just going to beat the piss out of you. And that's even more embarrassing than finding someone is getting your ass completely whipped at a bachelor party, at your own bachelor party too. So for the love of shit, do not pick a fight. That is like very wise advice.
But
It could be higher on the list. There's so much worse things too. But yeah, go on.
can you imagine having a black eye in your wedding
At
photos
your wedding.
or a busted lip?
Or
Even
just
with
coming home
makeup,
with it. And well, your bride would be like, these people are not coming to the wedding. Or even your husband.
totally. But I mean, like, you know, you can have like you can cover a bruise with makeup, but if your face is swollen, that's hard to cover up with makeup. You know what I mean?
Totally. Totally. Yeah. And again, like I'm not gonna lie, it would be fun to punch someone in like a safe setting. I've often thought about, man, I could do a boxing fight or something. That would be cool. Uh, but it's like you could lose everything in a single moment in a street fight gone wrong. You punch someone, they fall back, the back of their head hits the concrete, they're fucking a vegetable for the rest of their life. Like so
Yeah.
many things can happen that you can't control in this scenario, or it can happen to you. Like
Yeah,
imagine you're out with your friends and you wake up in a fucking hospital bed and now you can't move your fucking legs. And that's for the rest of your life just because you did some
that's
dumb
true.
shit. This stuff happens all the time. Street fights are not what you see on movies where you go and fuck up at 6 people and then you go out, you know, and see a cool line and everybody wants to blow you as the credit rolls. That's not how it happens. So, yeah, don't pick a fight, people.
Don't do
Don't
it.
pick a fight. And hold on. I mean, now for the next one, let's see. You did the fight. Don't fight. Oh my god. For the next one for me, this it almost was like higher on the list for me again, but like there's just so many fucking crimes that you could do at a bachelor party. But this is a social fucking crime. And if you do this, I like slightly hate you a little bit. Uh this is bringing your significant other's dad or brother, or for bachelorettes, mom or sister. Basically, bringing your fiance's family to your bachelor or bachelorette party is the fastest way to turn a fucking wild night into a hostage situation. For
Totally.
bachelors, right? Like for bachelors, it's the dad or brother or any male relative who looks like they still disapprove of your haircut showing up with that. So, what exactly are we doing here? Energy. It's the
Mhm.
ultimate party foul. For bachelorettes, It's the mom or sister sitting pretty at the bar while your friends order body shops and the male stripper named Thunder Dan starts warming up. No matter the gender, it instantly becomes the least fun family reunion imaginable. This is supposed to be a night full of chaos, freedom, and questionable decisions, not a family meet and greet at Chili's, okay? And nothing takes the wind out of a party like having someone there who literally changed your partner's diapers. It's weird. And why is it so bad? Because the stories come out. Oh, do they come out? On the Bachelor side, the in law is suddenly hearing about the one time in Vegas you don't even remember, but your friends do. Or on the Bachelorette side, his mom and sister are now learning about your entire slutty era in college, down to the guy you only referred to as Tattoo Chad. And they're hearing things they simply cannot unhear. They're taking notes. They're absolutely going to tell him later. Plus, having family there forces everyone to edit themselves, and no one came to this party to be wholesome. Believe you me. No one wants to take a shot while being evaluated like a fucking used Honda Civic. Party completely ruined if you do this shit. So for the love of God, don't. It's not cool. It's weird. It's awkward for everybody else. What do you think?
I agree. I think that like sometimes let's say like you invited your father-in-law. I'm assuming he's gonna be considerably older, so then you have to have like a slower paced, activities so that he can catch up.
Totally.
So it's like can you imagine if you were, I don't know, let's say you were running from one bar to the next. Like everyone has to walk slower because like grandpa is like struggling. You know what I mean? So I,
Totally.
I think it's a nice gesture, but you can do a separate little shindig with just family.
Absolutely. And like just do a happy hour with them or something fun. You can invite a couple of your friends to get to know them too if you want to do that. Bring your best man, your bride, what the fuck's it called? Your bridesmaids, whatever. Maid of honor. And you have like a boozy brunch or something and have a good time. That's fun. Do that. But do not bring them for the entire fucking bachelorette trip, whatever, with your raunchy ass friends that just want to get buck wild. Because no, people spend a lot of money to attend these things too. So to a lot of these people, like this is like their vacation, this is their break. And sure, they're celebrating you, but like they come out preparing themselves to be wild and be like, woo, they show up and fucking the goddamn in-laws are there watching. It's just damn it, I did it again. It's just gonna ruin everything. It's gonna ruin everything. So
If let's say your mom is at your bachelor party, I know which would never happen, but let's just say she was. She might be so cool and be down with the lingo. We could all like shoot this shit, but I would still make sure that I'm policing what comes out my mouth. So like I'm not cursing in front of your
absolutely.
mother. I'm not saying anything crude, and then, quite frankly, in essence, I'm not being me. And I want to be me when we go
Totally.
party our asses off to celebrate you. Do you know what I mean? So
Totally.
I
And
get
Julie's
that.
dad's like a fucking cardiologist and like a very conservative man. I have a lot of respect for him. I do not want him to fucking see what me and my friends do. Like, no, never, not a million. Fuck no. That stays between us, you know. So no, 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 no. Not for me, not for Seema, not for anyone. Don't do it. Trust me. It's eventually gonna fuck up your time watching you people. But anyways, what
Well,
you got
my
next,
next
Dustin?
one is simply I think this was like the concept of um the hangover, but
Yep. But it
basically
does happen.
it happens. You can't lose the bride of the groom. You can't do it. Don't lose
Yep.
them. Put them on a leash. But track them on their phone. You can just track for someone for up to an hour. Do that. Just be on the safe side. Not for the rest of their lives. Just make sure you can find them and you can account for everything that they do that night. So losing the star of the night is the single
Totally.
dumbest thing a group can accomplish if you think about it. On the bachelor side, as always, he's fine, bro. He went outside to call an Uber. Wrong. Probably not. On the bachelorette side, she says she was going to the bathroom 40 minutes ago, but I'm sure she's okay. Also wrong. She's not in there. So this is bad because once the VIP disappears, the celebration becomes a search and rescue operation and it's not fun anymore. So Like, I don't know about you, but I would panic, and then group chats explode, and someone checks the streets, someone else checks the bushes, someone cries. You've gone from partying to producing the lowest budget episode of Dateline ever made. I just think that uh if your bride or groom is so shit-faced that they're in blackout mode and you're not there to assure them that they didn't do anything wrong the night before they got married, like, that's also really bad. Do you know what I mean? So I would want to wake up after a drunk fest on my bachelor party and be feel secure that my friends can tell me that I didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? Did I just cut out? Can you hear me? Hello, hello? Oh, can you hear me now? Did I cut out?
You disappeared for a second. Yeah, you
Oh,
cut out for a minute.
but what I was saying is that, like, if I had a bachelor party and I blacked out, and when I woke up, hopefully in my room, I would hope that my friends would be able to say, "Don't worry, Chris, we took good care of you. Didn't do anything that we wouldn't do. Don't worry about it. Like, we can help you fill in the gaps." You know what I mean?
Totally, totally. And here's the thing, not to be that person to stir the pot if you've already gone through bachelor party, but most times I have seen a situation where the groom disappears. It's usually because they met a lady there that is very kind of cool, and you're like, oh shit, this might be the last time I get to be fun. And the little devil voice in your shoulder starts popping in, like, and it just becomes a nightmare. And hold on, my mic started making sounds.
Ah, Dios mío.
Now everything's crashing. There we go. And literally, like, you just end up being that person with about to make the worst decision of your life. So that's the only time I've seen it, is when there's been some self-doubt there and something really fucking bad is about to happen. Luckily, I don't think I've ever seen someone actually end up making the bad mood, but temptation comes, and especially at a bachelor party. I don't know what it is. Drunk people hear that this is this person's last hurrah, and someone says, ooh, that sounds like a challenge. And someone tries to fucking do it every time. So, just saying, I'm
Mm-hmm.
with you. Do not lose the bride or groom. They're going to come back with a bad story. Anywho, I have two more on my end as well. And this one, this one could almost be interchangeable with the first one I have. But mistakes like this happen when you're in a bachelor or bachelorette party. You're around people you used to know in a different lifetime, maybe, and old story starts circulating, and it starts making you think, I wonder what my ex is up to.
No, no.
Yeah, the, the worst, almost the worst on my list, is texting your ex. Because texting your ex at your bachelor or bachelorette party is like lighting a match in a fireworks factory. It is guaranteed to blow up in your face. On the bachelor side, it's that sad little hey you send after 4 drinks and one memory you absolutely should have ignored. And on the bachelorette, it's the drunken, just wanted to say, I'm proud of how far we both come message that feels mature, but it's actually a delusional spiral wrapped in emojis. Let me tell you, nothing good has ever started with a 2 a.m. text, ever. And why is it so bad? Because even if nothing physical happens, it drags all your old drama into your brand new marriage like a raccoon rummaging through the trash and shit. And the emotional cheating is enough to start World War III with your fiance. Plus, at the party, someone always sees it. Friends suddenly develop superhero level eyesight when you're making terrible choices for some reason. So they will fucking know. Screenshots get taken, side eye gets thrown, and the next morning you're waking up to anxiety, regret, and a phone full of messages that absolutely should have stayed unsent. And then you have everybody has blackmail over you and shit.
Yeah.
You don't want to leave your bachelor party with someone who may even ever hold your marriage over you. Let me tell you. And this is another reason why you invite the fucking significant other's family to this shit. You're gonna do
Mm-hmm.
something stupid. But texting your ex is one that you should never, ever do. Ever. Once you propose, don't text them ever again.
I feel like people before they get married, they're like, um, this is my last chance as a single person, but
Right.
you were no longer single the moment you and your significant other had the discussion about exclusivity. So
Totally.
like so well before that night or your bachelor party, like you haven't been single for a long time. So you have to stop
Totally.
thinking that way.
Like it's still
So
cheating. You're just not cheating on your wife. You're cheating on your boyfriend, which I guess if the title's changing, it's still cheating on the person. Like what? I don't understand how
correct.
people. Oh, it's my last hurrah, so I'm gonna get some head for someone. What has that ever been okay in your relationship? Like if you had an open
Mm-mm.
thing, sure, but like what?
Well, my last one, and I mean this, and I hope you listen because your bachelor festivities will be coming up soon than later, I'm sure. But please don't have a joint bachelor and bachelorette
Oh
party.
no!
Because a joint party with the people that you love is your wedding. You know what I mean?
Totally,
So
totally,
I feel like if you have a joint bachelor party, that it kind of proves that maybe you can't trust each other long enough to let each other have fun without them. Do you know what I mean?
totally,
So I think nuptials are beautiful. It's a beautiful union, but not at the expense of losing your identity.
totally,
Um, and I think your friends deserve the right to celebrate you without supervision. It's just like it's like a buzzkill to bring your significant others, family members. I also think it's a buzzkill to bring your significant other. Like, let's go have fun. And if your future wife can't trust you with your best friends for a night out on the town, then like maybe you shouldn't be getting married.
totally. And let me tell you, if you want to see a perfect scenario depicted on reality TV of this happening, check out Vanderpump Rules. When Schwartz and Katie do the joint bachelorette party, they fight the entire fucking time.
Hmm.
It is not good. And they're so drunk that then when they fight with each other, it adds extra layers to the drama. And I'm surprised they even got married after that. Like that was like a bad fucking you can see it happen right there. That's exactly what's gonna happen to you. You're not gonna have a good time. You're gonna be fighting the whole goddamn time. This is like the time where you should be away from each other. In fact, you should have like so much debauchery with your friends that you end up missing your lady or boy at home. Like that's when you get back to them, you should like hug them, be like, "Oh God, I never want to do that again. I love you." Like that is like that's how you should end. So do not be the dumbass that says, "Let's do it together." Trust me, it's just not gonna end well. Someone's gonna
I
end up jealous of the other too. I
You know
guarantee it.
what? At the bachelorette party, there should be like dick themed everything.
That's
Dicks
right.
everywhere. Dick straws, dick posters, dicks stuffed animals, dick balloons, all things dicks, right? And then and then at the bachelor party, it should be all things tatters. Titties here, big old titties there, tickle bitties there. So like I think that it should just be cater to the group. But if you have to make everyone happy, everyone's miserable. I don't know the key to
Agreed.
success, but the key to failure is trying to make everyone happy. And you
Hmm.
should start that lesson with your bachelorette and bachelor party being separate.
Agreed. Agreed. It should be about you. It's all about you. Don't make that mistake. That could also
Agreed.
be number one because that's very good. So it's good that it's coming in right there. But for the final one, we have to state the obvious because people are stupid. And that means you have to watch your boy, which is why losing or girl, which is why losing the bride or groom is an important one that you cannot do. You always watch them. So it's your job as their friends to make sure they don't do anything stupid. Because at number one, the worst thing that you can do at your bachelor or bachelorette party is cheat on your fiance.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's not good. They will fucking rip your heart out after. Cheating on your bachelor or bachelorette party is the nuclear option of bad decisions. For the bachelor, it's usually some sloppy last night of freedom, bro, ego trip with zero thought behind it. And then for the bachelorettes is the equally disastrous, oops, well then one thing led to another moment that everyone pretends was an accident when it was completely not. Either way, you're just taking a night meant for celebration and turn it into the prologue of the eventual true crime documentary. And here's why this isn't just wrong, it's legendarily stupid. It always comes out. Every single time. Someone sees something, someone talks. A bartender remembers you. A dancer remembers you. A friend spills it during brunch. The person you hooked up with resurfaces at the worst possible moment. A baby mama daddy situation develops 9 months later and becomes karma has a hilarious sense of humor. A horrifying STD could also show up like a surprise guest star. And now you're busted and your happy area won't stop itching. Congratulations, you ruined the party. The engagement and your happy area is now your sad area. And everybody knows about it, buddy. So don't cheat. Everybody knows.
What used to be your favorite upside down slice of pizza is now spicy.
That's right. She went from cheese to extra pepperoni.
Yikes. So I think that if you're gonna take your buddies to a strip club, the last thing you want is for your um the groom to be in a room alone with the stripper, like in the back room. I think it
Totally.
needs to be it just
Totally.
need, yeah.
That's like the one time. And I've never really been huge into like strippers and stuff, but I
I love
went.
strippers.
Like, yeah, I think it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but I've always like seen the transactional thing about it. So for me, it's been it's kind of a turn off in that sense. But I was in Vegas one time, and the last night I was there, I legitimately like fell in love with a stripper. Like this is before I was with Julie, but it was like the last afternoon that I was there, and my friends and I were in a cab and we found out that there is a strip club there, which I always knew that a pro wrestler named The Godfather had a strip club, but I didn't know, where in Vegas it was, whatever. And the driver's like, "Oh yeah, this place called Cheetahs is around. That's the WWE legend, The Godfather's bar." And I was like, "What? No way!" So I went mostly from the off chance that he was there, and the guy, the driver, ends up telling the people at the club, "Yeah, this guy's a big wrestling fan." They actually called the Godfather, who showed up just to meet me, and I ended up talking to him for like 45 minutes, just ordering rounds and rounds, just getting hammered. But
That's so
anyways,
cool.
at the afternoon shift, I'm like talking to this, I'm like getting a lap dance from the stripper who ends up like talking to me about like life. And I'm telling her at the time I had actually just left my PR job and I was going to focus on entertainment and stuff. So I was like telling her all my hopes and dreams. And legitimately, like I almost went home with this girl. Like it was very close. It was the song. I fell in love with a stripper. I get it. So I could see very much how something like this could happen at the wrong place at the wrong time if you end up alone in the back room at your bachelor party. So I would just simply do not put myself in those situations because you're asking for it. So I mean, if someone rubs your wiener over and over, it's gonna get excited.
There hasn't been a female stripper that I've met that I haven't instantly become Instagram and Facebook friends with.
Simo's got a long list of friends.
Like,
That's
oh
like a
my god,
Smith
you're so
Force.
fun. We should hang out. I love
Totally.
your moves.
So,
I love your movement.
come back to our new podcast. Is it in?
That's a great name.
But anyways, don't cheat on your significant other. Just don't put yourself in those situations. Watch out. Watch out for the last cool girl that you meet at the bachelor party. These are all the universe finding ways to test you. And trust me, a lot of people fail. So don't be one of them. But with that being said, that was our list. So the top 10 worst things you can do at your bachelor or bachelorette party. So let us know what you thought of the list. Let them know if you have any tea, if you know anybody that's done any of these, or if you have any other your own tips that you lived and want to tell us about. Shoot us an email, fratchatpodcast@gmail.com. Also, if you have any topic ideas or any questions, any emails from the listeners, anything you want to know, shoot us an email, fratchatpodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget, Joseph from San Diego, if you're listening, give us more tea. We want to know what's going on with your long-term relationship thing. And Tiffany from Fort Lauderdale.
Hope this romantic.
That's right. So again, shoot us an email, fratchatpodcast@gmail.com. Hopefully we can connect you with love or anything of the sort, or let you know what that itchy thing in your happy area is.
Yeah.
And then with that being said, you can also give us a follow on all social channels at Frat Chat Podcast. That's on Instagram. That's on Threads. That's on YouTube. That's on Twitter/X. You can also do so on Instagram. I don't know if I said that. I kind of forgot. You can also give me a follow. Check out my website, carlosgarciacomedy.com. You can also check me out on all social channels at Carlos Does the World. That's on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, Facebook, Carlos Does World, on Twitter/X. And last but not least, make sure you follow my good buddy Simo here at chris.moore.comedy on Instagram and TikTok, and Seymour Comedy on Twitter/X.
Oh yeah.
So, Mr. Mo, it's time for us to roll. So why don't you please get us out of here?
I motioned to adjourn so I can find the groom. I lost him.
That's right.
I lost him. I was like, is it in? And he was like, ah! He ran off.
And second, so someone can draw me a picture and I can find the Happy Flappy. The flabbergasted Happy Flappy.
Flabbergasted.
Anyways. All right, you guys. We'll be back next week with another edition of the greatest podcast in the history of podcast and time. It's the Frat Chat Podcast. I'll see ya.
Bye.